unless you've been sleeping under a rock, Elon Musk has invoked a hostile takeover of Twitter in a $43 billion deal, but really sent out some juicy stuff, right? Essentially saying, hey, it's a 54% premium over the day that they started investing, and a 38 premium over the day before it was publicly announced. This is my best offer. Take it or leave it, or I'll have to reconsider my position as a shareholder. In other words, dump the stock, and then the stock goes down in value. And essentially, he's doing this because he doesn't agree that Twitter is moving in the right direction, right? And essentially, what that is at least based on what Elon Musk has said, based on the things that he wants to do. He wants it to be more open, right? And what's interesting is that really created a Twitter storm of, at least from my point of view, that said to have more freedom, we need to have more censorship, which we call content moderation. It's just like, maybe it's because I'm a Gen Xer or something like that. Just doesn't compute with me at all, right? And but I really think it's testing this whole idea of quote unquote free speech, and the fact that 4 or 5 platforms dominate the public discourse.
Yeah, it's a super interesting proposition. This is a saga, and Elon Musk is a tremendous utilizer of the court of public opinion to move agendas forward and around. He's very popular. When this first happened, you saw, I think there was something like, Pat, almost a 60% jump in the stock price from the time, the moment before his initial announcement. It went up almost 40% from that point when he first announced he was taking a stake. And then when he offered the premium, it was a 20% premium above where the shares were trading at the moment that offer was made. There's a couple of, portions of his offer that require a little investigation or a little more depth. First of all, it was non-binding. Second of all, it was financing contingent. He, of course, has the money, but it's mostly tied up in collateral of his Tesla stock.
So, hey, when you say that, is that saying, are you questioning if he has the capability to fund this?
I'm saying that a bank or someone would have to be willing to collateralize his stock, and his stock trades at an extraordinarily high PE ratio and has held up extremely well given the pullbacks of most growth in the market. Now, again, I'm not doubting anything. I'm just saying he'd have to find the right financing partner to come up with the cash to make this deal. It's not going to be done. And so he has, because it's non-binding, the board for Twitter is in a bit of a precarious situation where you've got this offer and you really would be pretty irresponsible to not put it in front of your shareholders when you see the stock prices been kind of doubled in his presence. And the other thing about it is he really does have the company in a stranglehold right now because of exactly what you said, that he's basically saying, don't take my offer. Not only am I not, going to negotiate with you on this offer, but I will very likely sell the 9+% that I've acquired in the public markets. And it's kind of fun. I was on an interview. I talked to the Wall Street Journal and a few others. And I said, depending on what side you're on this deal, you're either if you think the deal is going to happen and the stock's trading at 45, and again, not financial advice, just my opinion, you should buy as much as you can. You've got like a 20% upside, and that's going to be like a pretty quick moneymaker. You say you can make 20% if you believe this deal is going to happen. I said the other side of this, though, is if you think this deal is going to bomb out, this could be one of the best short opportunities in history, because the stock has been way pumped up under Musk's presence and if he pulls out, I imagine all his co-investors, everybody, not when I say cohort of investors that follow him anywhere he goes, will all sell with him. And this thing could be back in the 20s in a matter of a couple of days. So it's a pretty interesting juxtaposition for Twitter right now. And they have to take him serious. I mean, he is absolutely serious. To your point, though, also, this isn't about driving stock price up. This is about 1A absolutism. This is about trying to build a better town square, a better platform, less algorithms, less focus on monetization of extremism and trying to rebuild it. But that's the thing, is a lot of people think 1A and absolutism is all about just letting people say whatever they want. I think he wants to reinvent a platform to have real debates on real topics. We've become so binary that we basically say you're either A or you're B on everything. And if you're A, then we're only going to show you more A stuff, or B stuff that's going to absolutely inflame you to your A side of the argument. And that's been a real downfall of social media. We need to be able to have real debates about anything from supply chain to legislation and laws to policy that could influence our lives to how we handle critical issues in our country and around the world. So he wants that. I think it would take a long time to rebuild. Going private would give him more runway to do that. And the fact that he doesn't need it to return to him immediately financially could give a chance for Twitter, which only has about 300 million users, to actually build a platform that would have the user base the size of others like TikTok, Facebook, but at the same time deliver meaningful and improved experiences with less algorithmic influence and more real open dialogue. So it's interesting. I'm not sure it's achievable, but it's going to be a lot of fun to watch this play out.